Hello to my Scorpios. This is Queen Amun Ra coming to you with your general reading, Scorpios. Let's get into it. Let's get into it, Scorpios. Let's do it. Let's see what's in your cards. The moon is in Aries. To all of my Scorpios, talking to you wherever Scorpio is in your birth chart. Let's do it. Let's get into it. All right. I have questions for you for the moon in Aries for those of you all who need questions. Somebody has time to save themselves. All right, here we have the Knight of Cups here. Here we have the Knight of Cups. Here we also have the Six of Cups. Somebody has a loved one who is passing the baton to you, really just saying to you, here we have the Queen of Cups, to pour more into yourselves. And that would be like your moon sign, just like, finding out what your moon sign is. We're coming in for the home stretch. We're in the last quarter moon phase. And so this is about pouring into yourselves, not looking for other people's acceptance and approval. Source is already accepted and approved of you. Here we also have the Ten of Pentacles here. And there's something about family legacy. And so you have a loved one on the other side that's saying to you, when it comes to loyalty and protection of family legacy, there is gray area. People have their idea of family legacy and protection and loyalty, and you have your idea of family protection and loyalty, and not look for other people's acceptance. Here we have rebuilding. And so some kind of rebuilding is happening here. So Source is going to make sure to keep you booked and busy and not burdened at all. Some kind of money is trying to come through as you're rebuilding something. But that's how you're going to save yourself. Like I said, the baton is being passed to you. So it's like somebody's intuition is being increased. And I feel like somebody is being approved for some kind of partnership in business and or in love, coming across your path, helping you to rebuild. So somebody could be building a home or building something where some kind of an approval is coming through for more money. So if you're building a home, congratulations. You and somebody could be building a house together or building a business together. Congratulations to you there. So very, very nice. Very nice. But that's how you're going to save yourself, is just some kind of sacrifice needs to be made to get away from toxicity, though, because we're talking about, that's where the Knight of Cups is not waiting for somebody else to come save you. Like, oh, finally, I just met the love of my life, or, oh, finally, somebody came through and saved me from such and such. So it's to say you got to first save yourself. And the way you're going to do that is finding out what your moon sign is and how to pour back into yourself, in very healthy ways, how to pour back into you. And that would be, like I said, Queen of Cups, making it to your throne, moon sign. Here we have the Seven of Swords. You can close out things. You're learning how to just move a little bit more strategically. All right, so Tower card and Judgment card, right? So Judgment card is Pluto. Both of these are your ruling planets. Both of these, this Mars and this is Pluto. Both of them are your ruling planets. So speaking directly to you. So it's just saying somebody's learning how to be more strategic and just how you move, overall, and just how you move. And, somebody, as you're rebuilding, and I'm talking to you wherever Scorpio is, whether you're rebuilding from a job and your personal and your professional life, you're divinely protected, but Source is saying stay focused. You're moving through a rite of passage. You're moving on from some past disappointments long before your heart chakra was developed, right? Something between the ages of 8 years old and 14 years old through creation. So maybe somebody was, something happened between those ages of 8 years old and 14 years old. Maybe somebody was in survival mode in some way, shape, form, or fashion. I'll just put it that way. Here we have the Strength card here. Maybe somebody was in a survival mode situation. And that could mean a lot of things. It could mean, when you're between the ages of 8 years old and 14 years old, you could have been a latchkey kid. You could have grown up in a certain particular neighborhood where you had to catch the bus from this place to that place. You could have been bullied or teased or, what age is that between, with middle school, like elementary school, middle school, going from one grade to the next grade? Or best friend could have moved away. I mean, a lot of things happen in that stage. Maybe you're just learning how to Something could have happened to a loved one in your family. I mean, it's so many things that happen between that stage of life. Maybe you had your first crush. I mentioned so many different examples of things, and maybe somebody compared you to somebody around that stage. It's a lot of things that happen during your sacral chakra development stages. But here we have the Nine of Wands here. So as you're rebuilding, somebody is just learning that as you all are learning how to nurture yourselves, as you are planting seeds and you're growing those seeds and watering yourselves and having compassion for yourselves, learning how to be developed, learning how to be delivered from other people's judgment as you're going through your own tower moment of people assuming the worst possibly about you, and just learning how to tap into that strength. Your vulnerability is your strength, and just recognizing how other people may have felt when they were under some kind of judgment. So you all being the sign who are ruled by these two planets right here, something is happening where you're having to tap into that strength. I always say this about every zodiac sign. Like, every zodiac sign has their strength, their SWOT. Strength, weaknesses, opportunities, all those, y'all know what SWOT is. But anyway, here we have the Nine of Wands here. So Source is saying to you, now that you're in the light about some things, and things are starting to come through after coming through some wilderness situations, somebody is committed not to going back through a long and arduous journey anymore, right? And certainly you're not putting other people through a long and arduous journey, coming through the light yourself. And so somebody is definitely committed to balance. And that's what Pluto, that's the beauty of Pluto being retrograde. And now Saturn is also retrograde, creating very firm boundaries, enforcing those boundaries in a very mature and authoritative way. And Pluto, of course, restoring balance to Mother Earth, right? So Mother Earth will be our physical bodies as well. Restoring balance to yourself, learning how to save yourself, teaching other people how to water themselves when they're trying to plant seeds, when they're new plants. Like when they move to a new location and they or new to a church or new to a job or new to some kind of location, and you've been there for a while, like helping people to kind of sort of fit in. When you see, you can pick up on if people are trying to grow, if they're looking for acceptance and approval, right? If they are, see this right here, if they are looking for acceptance and approval, if they are trying to fit into some kind of a family structure or work family structure or blood relative family structure, whatever, like, you are the sign that can pick up on people's emotions the best. And so if they're trying to rebuild or they're trying to structure or whatever, you can pray for them. So Source is teaching a whole lot of lessons, or new to an industry, or new wherever new is, whatever new is, right? So Source is teaching you how to, be your own Knight of Cups, knight in shining armor, and also be that compassionate person, pour that compassion into yourself as well as other people around you. So hopefully that makes sense without you judging them or being under someone else's judgment. Here we have the Six of Cups. Here we also have the Justice card. Here we have the Wheel of the Year, the Nine of Pentacles, the Two of Swords, and also the Five of Swords. Six of Cups. Moving on in childlike faith. You and somebody are learning how to move on in childlike faith and learning how to save yourselves. You and somebody breaking away from karmic relationships. Moving on from karmic relationships. Taking the blindfolds off. Take the blindfolds off. Take the blindfolds off. Five of Swords. Five of Swords. 2 and 5 is 7. Source is trying to teach you and somebody how to, like I said, stay focused. Here we also have the 9 of Swords. I'm seeing financial independence here. And also the Wheel of the Year, right? So somebody's going to feel very fortunate to have, like I said before, tap into, recognize that your vulnerability is your strength, and to get away from, energies that, like I said before, who may have manipulated, your judgment of situations. It could have been two situations that could have manipulated your judgment of some things. But those are now being closed out. Somebody had blindfolds, or they say somebody just couldn't see something. Yeah, somebody couldn't see something. But now somebody can see things a lot clearer now. They're a very compassionate lens. Here we have the Three of Pentacles. Music somehow can be involved. Here we also have the Three of Swords, the Eight of Swords, the Two of Pentacles, the Ten of Cups, and also the Five of Pentacles, right? Somehow music could be involved. See this keyboard right here? Somehow music could be involved. Three of Pentacles. 3 and 6 obviously is 9, right? Somebody was looking for some kind of acceptance or approval having to do with music or something, possibly. Wanting to fit into some kind of family or fit into something having to do. And everything is lining up perfectly. Stuff is starting to really make some kind of sense now. Somebody's learning how to move on from some kind of past disappointments themselves. And balance is going to be being restored to family. Something balance is going to be restored. But somebody's getting away from people who are wearing masks as far as money is concerned. They're wearing masks. They're living beyond their means and pretending to be something that they're not. Here we also in people learning how to keep people out of their business, talking trash about where people lived or where they lived. People like getting away from that. How they grew up, all of this kind of stuff. Somebody's like, again, learning how to be more compassionate towards that, because source sent people across your path, like sent your former self across your path to show you, okay, have compassion for your own former self. Here we have the Eight of Swords. Like I said, somebody wasn't going crazy. Somebody definitely wasn't going crazy. So yeah, stuff is starting to come together. 777. Stuff is like 777. It's like now the Seven of Swords is about moving strategically. Like somebody may have thought people were holding on to secrets. Like they're not saying they holding on to the secrets. They're deceitful. Like it's like people kept talking about people. They deceitful. They holding on to secrets. They hiding something. They this and that. It's like the more and more somebody kept saying that about people kept believing it. Like they're deceitful, but they were saying it about, like people have said it about you. They say, okay, you're deceitful. It's like you heard the judgment about you, but somebody was telling you that about somebody else, and somebody was just going along with that same flow, like not recognizing that being around that kind of air over your water was contaminating your water. You know, like when you're speaking over your water, like people pray over their food, right? That vibration of sound is vibrating over your water. And our bodies are made up of a large percentage of water. So somebody was starting to believe what they were hearing about some things. So somebody's now moving on from some past disappointments. Like, well, I can't believe everything I hear about something. So because otherwise you don't want people to believe everything they hear about you. Let's see what else we got. Let's see what else. Okay. So I feel like looking at the cards here, people are definitely keeping people. It's two energies in particular that people are keeping outside of their vault door. People who are, wearing these masks, like masking. They're very toxic. It's two types of energy, very toxic. They're really masking. They're pretending like they have more than what they really, really do have. But they really don't have it like that. They don't really have it like that. They masking it. We're like keeping up with the what's the name of the term? Keeping up with the Joneses. They don't really have it like that. They would be like their money tied up and everything. They don't really they got this, they got that going on, but their money always tied up in something. But they don't really have it. So things are starting to become clearer and clearer and clearer to you about how people spread rumors about people. Like they came, if it wasn't for them, like they saved people from just this destruction. Y'all know what I'm talking about. It would be like somebody saying, "Oh, if it wasn't for them, they saved people. If they were living in destruction, like it would be like a person telling you, like, oh, if it wasn't they saved a person's life. They were living in just this. If it wasn't for them, they would have been nothing and this kind of stuff." And that wasn't the case at all. But somebody said the same thing about you, like. If they had not given you a shot, then your life would have been in shambles. And that's the part that somebody was missing. Somebody was missing, basically, like there were people who were saying about you, Scorpio, that they could have found another you. That's the part that you were missing. And so source sent somebody across your path who was hoping that you would see that. They were thinking, okay, they're going to latch on to you, not for the purpose necessarily of using you, but just latch on to you to see, okay, Scorpio's going to see it, but sometimes you miss it. So anyway, it is what it is. Bottom line is, let's see what else we got going on. Everything is starting to line up. Get focused. Take off the blindfolds. Two energies. Time to toss some things into a burning bowl. Head and heart are no longer at war with each other. Toss it into a burning bowl. Some fire signs. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Toss it into a burning bowl. Get focused. Nine of Wands. Came out twice. Somebody is now at the end of a long and arduous journey of now you see what it is. Now you're saying you're getting as far away from some energies as humanly possible. 3 major endings. End. 999. Closed out. You're creating very firm boundaries. See, when people are like trying to mirror people's energy and their energy vampires and draining people and running around saying that they saved somebody's life if it wasn't for them, those are the energies you need to run away from because they have a God complex. The moment somebody said, if it wasn't for them, if I saved that person's life, they would have been just living in ruins and just mass destruction. Run. We're not each other's gods. Just run. Get as far away from people like that as possible. Nobody out here saving somebody else's life. People out here, they got their own jobs, they got their own careers, they got their own everything. So what? Those type of people like to be worshipped. And the problem was that they weren't being worshipped. That's the problem. There's a difference between somebody. Listen, anyway, here's the first question. The first question, Scorpio, is make sure we get the questions for you. Make sure we got more cards. Yeah. Here's the first question: is are you struggling with low self-worth? Second question is, are you procrastinating, perhaps stuck in a relationship or a situation at home or at work that you're not happy with? The third question is, are you repressing your emotions and feelings and consequently feeling resentful? The fourth question is, are you holding yourself back, paralyzed in unconscious fear that stops you from taking the leap into the unknown? And then the last but not least is, if you had known that you were fully supported, what would you do? If you had known that you were fully supported, what would you do? Basically, you came up against an energy that same thing that was said about you was said about them. I mean, if I had to say it in lay terms, clearing it up right there. Same thing that was said about you was said about somebody else. Basically, somebody said that if it wasn't for them, that you would be a mess. It doesn't matter what industry you're in. They saved you. If they hadn't hired you, then nobody else would have hired you. If they had not married you, they saved you from something. If they hadn't gotten you off the streets, if they hadn't done something, then they put themselves in a God position over you, okay? And so Source wanted you to pay something forward because Source put you in a position to help somebody to say, okay, Scorpio, now I'm putting you in a position to help somebody to show them, okay, this person needs your help. That's what it is. Because these people are trying to be this person's God. I'm trying to put you in a position to help this person, or at least bare minimum tell this person you can't trust these people. They want you to bow. You can't trust that person. They want you to bow down to them. Run. Get the heck away from these people. Get back on the throne. And help people to adjust their crown. That's it, right? That's the whole reading right there. Get on the throne, adjust your crown, and help other people to adjust theirs. We are not each other's gods. We're not each other's knight in shining armors. We have to teach people how to tap into the well of joy within themselves. That's your moon sign. Our moon sign is just as important as our sun sign. Pull your birth chart. We have links to pull birth charts for free below in the description. Yeah, so more money is coming in soon, but much better lies ahead for you. It's time to heal your wounded healer. That's your Chiron, Chiron. That link is below. So don't look back. Yeah. Throat chakra cleanse. Your mental health is just as important as your physical health. Something is starting to become clearer and clearer and clearer to you. You are protected and loved. Everything in moderation, but the new one is extra special for you. Somebody secretly has a crush on you, whoever that is. First red flag, pray and meditate. It's time for you to dream even bigger. So listen to your intuition. Yeah, time to heal. Your ex whose ex wants to return? Who cares? You're not going backwards, whatever. So you deserve the best. Yeah, you deserve the best. There's signs all around you. But that's what it is. I mean, we had to just right knock it out right in plain language, really. You know, somebody is basically saying they were responsible for whatever your success is. If it wasn't for them, if they hadn't married you, if they hadn't hired you, if they hadn't been in your life, you would never be anything. You'd be living under some kind of tent if it wasn't for you. Like, come on now. Like, people need to stop. If people don't get over themselves, I mean, for real. So, yeah. If it wasn't for them. They ain't give no credit to Most High God. None if it wasn't for them. Like, what? If they don't go sit down somewhere. Here we have 24. I am generous. You have a heart of gold and you're very skilled in maintaining balanced, stable relationships. You are loyal to loved ones and are able to be the nurturer, protector, and provider all at once. 2 and 4 is 6. And the 6 is in the shape of a rounded back and a protruding belly. Somebody is going through a rebirth and cutting ties with 2 types of energies in your life that, like I said, you're closing out cycles and creating very firm boundaries now with those types of spirits that feel like they are other people's gods. If it wasn't for them, you know, everybody else's life would just be hell in a handbasket. Like, for real, like, anyway, good for you. I'm glad you figured it out. So the next time you walk into a room filled with people and people are looking for, and you're assessing everybody's energy in the room, you know how to address every single energy in the room separately. You know who needs what in the room because, again, emotionally, you all are brilliant. You can pick up on people's energy so very, very well. So you can address everybody individually. You know who needs what in the room. Just keep your water clean so that you can pick up on the vibration of other people in the room. And stay away from them God complex energies. But you and your loved ones are safe. You and your loved ones are safe. But yeah, now you're creating firm boundaries. And those types of energies, they'll pick up on it real quick. They're like, yeah. Because they'll pick up on the fact that you picked up on their energy of having that God complex. We are not each other's gods. As much as some people would love to be, you know, they want everybody to bow down and kiss their ring. Everybody putting their lips on their ring. Nope. Not doing it. Abundance. Get ready for some abundance in your life, right? And get ready to cut off those scarcity mindset energies. They like to try to limit people's abundance that won't bow down to them. I mean, it's just too many types of demons to name, and we're not calling them the devil. It's just demons. It's a spirit. It's types of spirits. So that is what I have for you all. Hopefully those questions have been helpful, and I will see you all in the next reading. Bye.